let's imagine that you're a plant, you're growing on the lawn, and it's a very bright sunny day. Is that good for you that it's bright and sunny? Yeah? Yeah. Sun is energy. Energy is more photosynthesis. That's awesome for you, right? You're super chill and happy. Except as you're doing photosynthesis, what's one molecule that you're using up and using up and using up? In fact, what are the two molecules that you're using up a lot as you're doing photosynthesis? Can anyone tell me? Carbon dioxide and water. Okay. So how are you getting carbon dioxide in? You're getting it through your stomata, right? Your stomata, your little mouths on the bottom of all your leaves and on your stem, you have these tiny little holes that are letting air, which includes carbon dioxide, in, which is awesome. And how are you getting the water? From your roots, right? Water is coming in from your roots, which you've been growing deep underground to get lots and lots of water. Except if your stomata are open, then it's not just that air can come in and out, also water can evaporate out. Because there's more water inside you and less water in the air outside, there's a pulling on that water, and the water is going to keep evaporating out. Think about it like if you have water in a glass and you carefully look at the glass next to that water, you can see that some water has been evaporating out and condensing on the side of the glass. Water is also evaporating out of the stomata of the plant. So if it's a hot day, you open your stomata to get carbon dioxide in, you're going to lose water. The water is going to evaporate. And what happens if you start drying out? You start wilting. So what do you have to do? You have to close your stomata. But if you close your stomata, then oxygen is going to build up inside you, and all that carbon dioxide is going to get used up, right? You're using up the CO2, the water is being turned into oxygen, oxygen is building up. Turns out that at a very high level of oxygen, the Kelvin cycle gets stuck. Rubisco, which is this enzyme right here, Rubisco, gets confused. If there's carbon, it uses the carbon, but if there's oxygen, Rubisco will put the oxygen on. And if you put oxygen onto ribulose bisphosphate, that's useless. The plant can't use that and has spent a lot of energy undoing that process. Which is why if you give plants too much sun and not enough water, you are going to kill them. Some plants have all sorts of different modifications to avoid this problem. For example, some plants might only open their stomata at night. For example, cactuses only open the stomata at night. They get all their carbon in at night, and then they close the stomata, and they only do as much photosynthesis as they can with the carbon that they stored during the night. This is why cactuses take a really long time to grow. Orchids do the same thing. Let me show you my pretty orchid here, right? And you got some orchids. Orchids are really slow growers because they have evolved to grow on top of other trees in the rainforest or other places. And they only absorb water from like the mist around them, not enough water. So they will only open their stomata at night, absorb as much as they can at night, and only use that carbon during the day, not additional carbon. If you look at your grass, there's different types of grass on your lawn. Like Kentucky bluegrass, beautiful, beautiful bluegrass. It can't handle the dryness. It just dies. But then crabgrass, it's much better at storing carbon and using it very carefully on hot, dry days. Someone's asking, what do roots do? So roots absorb water and they absorb nitrogen from the soil, and they absorb phosphorus, and they absorb salt and iron and magnesium and whatever else the plant needs are all getting absorbed from the roots. Roots don't need carbon because roots are not doing photosynthesis. Roots need oxygen because roots are doing cell respiration. If the roots don't have enough oxygen, for example, if you water the plant so much that the roots are drowning and they can't get enough oxygen, the plant will die. The roots can definitely use osmosis to absorb water. That's right. We're at an hour 30. I hope you learned so much today. Good luck on the homework. Oh, and I forgot to ask if you had questions on the homework. If anyone has questions on the homework, let me know. I'll answer them right now. Otherwise, you're good to go, you guys. Have a really nice week.